Hello, pre-algebra class. Welcome to another episode of Mr. Chow Time, where I will attempt to entertain you with a math video. Wish me luck. All right. Inequalities. Lesson 11, page 361, if you're in the book. Do you remember this thing called an inequality? I'm sure many of you do. An inequality is a comparison between two expressions that are not equal. So, like A equal to B, this is called an equation. An inequality would look like this, or this, or this, or this. These are kind of the four signs of inequalities. And I guess actually there's a fifth one, the not equal to, but we don't use that one in this lesson. We'll use it in math, just not here. Okay, so, for example, let's write an inequality for each sentence. The iPhone costs more than $30,000. So we can call I the cost of iPhones, and we can say I is more than 30,000. Remember to define your variable. Okay, a dog weighs less than 200 pounds. So we can call W the weight of a dog. W is less than 200. Yes, your turn. Ian sold more than 40 magazines, and Andrew sent less than 35 DMs yesterday. Welcome back. Okay, we'll just say, we'll just use I for magazines Ian sold, and then we'll say I is more than 40. And D is equal to DMs Andrew sent. And the number is less than 35. So anyway, here are the inequality symbols. Here are some of the words that are associated with them. If you need to, pause the video and look at these words. Maybe even make note of them in your notebook. That's what I would suggest. But here they are. I'm not going to read them to you. Let's take another example. Look at a situational example. A Taiwanese citizen must be at least 18 years old to vote. Write an inequality to describe the situation. So we can call V the voting age in Taiwan. And so the voting age can be equal to, right? So we already know that it's going to be equal to. So is the voting age bigger than 18 or less than 18? It's going to be bigger than 18. So it's going to look like this. It must be at least 18. And you don't even have to agree with me here on this. This is not necessarily the only way you could say this. You could also say that V is equal to the age of Taiwanese citizens who can vote. Yeah, so either way. A person must have at least, this is your turn. Welcome back. A person must have at least 10 hours of instructor-assisted driving time to pass the driving test. Okay, welcome back. I guess we'll call D equal to number of hours of driving time needed to pass driving test. And it's going to be at least, so it can be equal to, can be equal to, but it needs to be at least 10, so it needs to be 10 or more. So D is greater than or equal to 10. Given the value, state whether each is true or false. So we just take this, we plug it in, we substitute it. Remember that word substitution? 2 times -1 plus 8, 8 is greater than 7. I'm just going to get rid of this. Okay. So this is -2 plus 8, which is 6, is greater than 7. False. And then here we put 40 into P, so 40 minus 42 is less than or equal to -2. -2 is less than or equal to -2. True! Okay. Your turn. Tell me. True or false? Or none of the above. Could it be that one? That'd be crazy, huh? Okay. 3.9 plus 6 is, less than or equal to 12. So this is 9.9 is less than or equal to 12. This is true. Here we have y, 4 over 3 minus 1 over 3. What do I keep doing? I can do this. Less than 4 over 3. And yeah, it is. It's 3 over 3, which is less than 4 over 3. This is true. Okay. Sometimes inequalities can be graphed. Well, not sometimes. Sometimes it's useful to graph an inequality on a number line in order to see the answer set visually. So if A is greater than 3, then you would draw an open circle. Remember that this less than and the greater than and less than symbols are an open circle, and greater than and equal to or less than and equal to is a closed circle when you're graphing. Okay, so this would be an open one that looks like that. Okay. Or it could be the other way, right? X is less than or equal to -1. So here we would fill that in, and then like that. So another way you can think about this is if it's less than, then the line goes like that. If it's greater than, then the line goes like that, as long as the variable is to the left side. If the variable is on the right side, then it does not work like that. Only if the variable is on the left side, then the arrow is going to point that way, right? So this is 6, this is 7. It would go this way. Just like this. Look at that. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Okay. Graphs can be used to write an inequality as well. So sometimes you can be given a graph like this, and then you can say x is greater than 0, right? Let me see if you can do it. Welcome back. So you have a variable we can call n. N is greater than -3. Here's another your turn. Here we can say n is less than or equal to -2. Oh, that was a pretty short one. Kind of. All right, here's your must do. Enjoy it. Goodbye.